Hello and welcome to this CodeBuddies.org live code hangout. Today we'll be working on some open source projects, well, a specific project for the Creative Commons. The code is open source on GitHub, and it's a WordPress base theme that is used, ideally will be used across Creative Commons web properties projects. We're open to contributors or contributions of any type. It doesn't have to be code, it could be design, documentation, usability testing, research, community building. And the main goal is to transition away from hard-coded page layouts to now using the WordPress Gutenberg editor. So I've got an issue. And essentially, we're working on an epic, and I'm in the first issue of an epic, where we want to test the capability of Gutenberg editor to create pages from existing Figma mockups. Now the mockups aren't the final product, final output or outcome. Well, the output in this case, they are essentially a vision to strive towards, but we will inevitably have to deviate in pragmatic ways. So what we want to do is just test out how closely we can align with the vision of the Figma mockups, how well the Gutenberg default widgets will support those. The Figma mockups are linked here. And I've broken it down into basically one task for each of the pages in the mockups, which are the primary pages on CreativeCommons.org. And we're going to just continue working on this homepage mockup. So we're going to open that new tab. And while it loads, I'll just show you the progress we've made so far. The homepage mockup is broken into several sections, and they're essentially full width blocks, you could call, and various types of content: images, header, text, button, and I want to kind of go through, work my way down and build this out with Gutenberg, and perhaps look at the variations with and without a banner, and then on mobile display, and determine which of these elements can be created with Gutenberg blocks, which might be sections that are hard-coded into a template that would conditionally display and might be configured to a settings menu or something to that extent, and in which pages just aren't ideal for Gutenberg. We might have just some that need more or less hard-coded template. So far, I've just looked at this sort of first block and was able to get it, almost exactly the same, using the same assets and some text. The button style I might be able to fix by just changing the class, and we've got duplication of the header. So let's go ahead and take a look at the code to see how we've gotten here. No, it's not gonna let me maximize it when I have the header, the banner disabled. What is it called? Okay, so I think I have to hit all the three. No border. So I'll put the border back on there. So it's kind of nice to have a border list, but if I can't double click to maximize it, it's a little bit annoying. I think I could have maximized it from the menu. Anyway, I do that so often I like to just double click. All right, so our project has some developer documentation to get started, and that you can see rendered source code under development. we've got a Docker compose file that spins up a few related containers and get you started, so you don't have to install, Apache and MySQL or MariaDB on your local computer. You should just be able to run it in a container. So we'll go ahead and do that. So basically the only development dependency, more or less, is, well, you have to have these are our dependencies, but if you have Docker, that can become your single dependency, and the rest of it can be provided through containers. Kind of recommending Virtual Studio Code, VS Code, for your development environment. We might trend towards using development containers where you can actually develop inside of the VS Code container, but it's not a requirement to get started. But now that we've got project running, just on a unsecure port, here's the project rendered. We're going to go ahead and there's some problems with the menu not rendering correctly. We'll have to fix that. It's a bug. Or there might be no menu items. This is a fresh installation. That could be the problem. So it's just a local testing environment. I have to disable password sharing. Now if we go to pages, we're only working on this front page today. Close a few of these. All right, still showing me the introductory text. One quick experiment might be to change the class on this button. Now I think we're using Bulma. And let me just see if we can find the button. I guess they only have outline. Well, that's cool. So yeah, let's just do the click the button element, go to advanced. Is style fill. Okay, so that at least doesn't render in the Gutenberg editor, but if I update it and I view the page, it sort of does, but there's some clashes between that, so I need to document this. Okay. This might call for a custom Gutenberg widget. It shouldn't though, it should just be a button. All right. Actually, let me do this. Recorded. Let me see where this. Spare some pixels here. see if WebM works. All right, so essentially what we've done is put the Bulma CSS classes from Bulma and basically creates a visual bug. Change the learn more button I wonder where I see that. Strange. Oh, it won't let me do WebM. Whoops. Right. This is interesting. All right, let's try it again. Yeah, we're in videos. I don't even see that WebM one. Maybe I didn't hit save. Maybe it's a user error. What I'll do is inspect the code. See what's going on here. Let me put this down below. With my magic wand. Okay, so it looks like it puts the view block button. And really the class should go on the anchor. So maybe let's just go ahead and grab a screenshot of it. Can you change the word wrap here? Maybe. Sort of get it. I want to try this WebM one more time. See if it was user error last time, because I think WebM is going to be a smaller file size. And also, we don't need to go so far down. Go down on the video size and make it render more cleanly. Inside the GitHub chat. Bit fussy, but okay, let's do it. I think there is some information being rendered off. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. 3, 2, 1. Okay, the previous one did go there, but it's again the file chooser filters out WebM. All right, got it. And when I'm saving as a GIF file, it's gonna only show me files of the same type. Got it. Just upload the video as well. All the code is pretty self-explanatory, but the video helps reinforce the idea. So this might call for a custom Gutenberg block, or figuring out a different approach to apply classes to an anchor. So there might be just a link block. And another thing is, this is not the exact style that's depicted in the Figma mockup. Let me just see if I can add, yes, link. A lot of this is just me learning, obviously, always learning, but learning Gutenberg in particular, what the widgets are and what the capabilities are, and then reporting back what I've learned so we can make a decision. Media. So this will be interesting. Post categories. If I can show some posts, I can do the blog page. There's a page list and latest posts. Yeah, that might work for the blog page. Custom HTML could work for this link, but would like to avoid the editors from having to work with HTML content managers. All right, so I didn't see it. Maybe I scrolled past it too fast, but custom HTML would work though. But yeah, we'd have to write the HTML. So not ideal. Not ideal. Same classes. Update that and view page, refresh. So that's good. That's a no. We can do that, and I could probably wrap a custom Gutenberg widget that just let's put a button there and a link or other. Yeah, it would be a call like a would have some sort of action, and link button would make sense. Otherwise, you would need a JavaScript or something. Cool. All right, I'm gonna keep this session a little bit short. Report back my findings. Well, let's try going into one more section. Let me just demonstrate this. Custom HTML. It's just regular screenshot. All right, good stuff. There might already be one existing. I'm really trying to stay out of the WordPress plugin ecosystem. There's so much VIP and pro stuff that it just gets polluted real quick. But I think I found at least one open source widget, Gutenberg widget collection, fully open source, no pro version. There might be a couple other ones out there, or we could create our own sort of in-house, so to speak, open source Gutenberg widget collection that people can also use in their projects. Oh, neat. All right. Well, yeah, I think I'll actually come back to this next segment later. It's going to involve multimedia, a gallery, a row of images, header, text, and some paragraph with a solid background. But I need to kind of do a couple of other things around the house and getting ready. But yeah, I think this is actually a good stopping point where we've explored a little bit more. And I think basically concluded what the capabilities are to create this first layout with Learn More button. I'll look at the specific button class here that we're using. It's probably defined in our style sheets, and I just don't know it off the top of my head. I'll have to look that up. Also, I might be able to find that right now. Let me just double check. no, it's just that's our fonts package anyway. It's minified. Where could I find that button class? I'm gonna have to get more familiar with that. Okay, well, thank you very much. This has been a Creative Commons open source office hours of sorts. We're going to start trying to do these more often, let people know what's going on, get involved with the development, maybe participate in some of these sessions, help steer the process. We're definitely open to new ideas and contributions. We're really trying to narrow the focus right now to get this this Creative Commons org website relaunched on a relatively short timeline, but there are several other ways and projects you can get involved with the Creative Commons. This has also been a CodeBuddies.org live code hangout. If you're interested in this or other types of open source projects, there's a lot of other hangouts going on and groups where you can get experience and hang out with like-minded folks. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you're doing well out there. Stay safe.